Hey everybody, it's Reckless. Today I'm just gonna give you a actual layout of the tower. Now, you can actually come to this little droid right here and say View Map, and you can see what's actually in the Tower North, what is in the Hall of Guardians, or their Traveler's Walk. Actually, I think it's both. And then what is in the Tower Hangar. Now, as you can see, this is where you are, hence where it says you are here. Um, to the, I guess you'd say northeast, real quick of me, is the vaults, the cryptarch, the gunsmith. It's where you go to get your bounties, postmaster, and the special orders. Um, so we're gonna do this area first. That way you can see what everyone looks like. And then after that, we'll probably head to the Tower North. As you can see, there are still grayed out areas in the tower that aren't available yet. Not sure if this is like an underground right here or not. Um, but there's still plenty of areas in the tower that aren't available yet. When Bungie will actually make those available, I have no idea. I don't think anybody knows that yet, except for Bungie. I want to say some of those areas will be available during the, I want to say, the next, uh, not patch. It's kind of weird. I can't think of this right now. Um, Pretty much the thing that's happening in December. If I really can't think about it right now. I'll probably post it in the description what I'm actually saying. So yeah. So yeah, we're just gonna go around this area real quick and go from there.
I'll be here, Guardian.
So over here is Tess, Tess Everest. The special orders. I guess you can call her a vendor or something.
Yes,
Um,
maybe I
all
could.
those little codes and stuff that you put into Bungie.net. This is pretty much where you would get them. This is where you will redeem all that. Um, Ghost Shell, Sparrow. This is GameStop Sparrow. Valkyrie, PlayStation exclusive. And these are just stuff that I just randomly put in. Uh, there's codes online that you can actually find for these if you actually would want them. Um, but yeah, I'm pretty sure you can find them on forums and different places like that. So next is the Postmaster. Now for the Postmaster will give you several things. Postmaster can give you blue or higher dropped items that you forgot to pick up. She can also give you um, your first gold tier package of the day. So as soon as you get a gold tier, come to the Postmaster. Postmaster will have a package for you. They can also give you like little missions for bounties that when you grab it from the postmaster, you would have to go to the next guy who we're going to, which is the little bounty guy over here, a bounty tracker, Xander, and he'll, I guess you could say, convert it to whatever the bounty is.
Confirmed.
Now, in the bounty tracker pretty much does all whatever your bounties are for the day, whether it be PvE or PvP. However, this does change sometimes. Now, when we have special events, on the bottom, there'll be another color for those actual bounties. Um, they have the Iron Banner and the Queen's Wrath so far. Iron Banner was green with wolves on it, and the Queen's Wrath was purple, and I think it had a crown on it. I don't actually remember; it was a while ago. But they'll be down here for events at the very bottom where it says stock refresh.
Exchange complete.
To our far right,
Warlock, check these out.
this is the gunsmith. Just regular guns, uncommon guns. They refresh, I want to say every 3 hours, but don't quote me on that. This is where you can go buy your ammo synthesis, your gun, your weapons. Now, if you have an exotic engram, not engram, if you have an exotic mission like I do, this one and this one, these are exotic missions. Some exotic missions actually have you come to the gunsmith to actually do some things. I know I got, I want to say, one of my, I'm trying to remember which actually one I got from doing things with him. I want to say it was either Invective or the Pocket Infinity. Either way, there's some missions that you actually have to do that involves the gunsmith. I think it was get like 50 special ammo synthesis, and I think you had to buy them. But anyways, moving on. So that is the gunsmith. His little location is by this tree. And the last person on this wonderful area is the Cryptarch, Master Raoul.
Beneath dead oceans, signaling all the while.
This just says Cryptarch. That's the Cryptarch symbol. This is your reputation with the Cryptarch. I am rank 58, extremely high. I definitely, not gonna lie, had a few encounters with the loot cave. A few being maybe, I don't know, since it was available. You can buy, I guess you would say, uncommon engrams. I'm sorry, common engrams and uncommon engrams. But I've never seen any rare engrams for you to get here. But you can get rare items from uncommon engrams. However, it's an extremely high, I'm sorry, extremely low chance of actually getting that. And it's even lower from common engrams. I have seen it. I've never seen a legendary pull from a common, but I have seen a legendary pull from an uncommon. I didn't do it, but I actually was looking at a friend's screen of mine, and I seen him do it. So yeah, this will tell you, like I said, your Cryptarch reputation, and the engrams you buy. Now, this isn't a person, but these big three looking machines right here are the vault. Pretty much says everything you have inside your vault. Little telemetry, and just random stuff that you actually keep. I'm gonna make another separate video about the Jackalight real quick, sometime in the future, but before the new thing in December comes out, and I still can't remember it. But yeah, we'll get to that. So I guess instead of going to the Tower North, we'll come to the Tower Hangar. That's we're already on this side. So first off on the Tower Hangar, immediately to your right, is the Vanguard Quartermaster. Now, if you pre-order Destiny, you will have access to the Vanguard Armory, which is the very top. The bottom is not the Vanguard Armory. This is just Vanguard weapons. Again, Vanguard Armory is the top. This will tell you what your reputation is And this is not the only place to actually find that out. You could actually find it out in our next section that we're about to go into, and I'll get into that when we get there. So, in the Vanguard Quartermaster, in order to get Vanguard weapons or vehicles, you would have to have Vanguard marks and the appropriate Vanguard rank. As for the Vanguard Armory, you would only have to have the appropriate Glimmer to actually get it. But as you can see, all Vanguard Armory weapons are all uncommon. And none of the actual main weapons have any type of elemental damage. You can only get it on the special weapons and the heavy weapons. However, this heavy weapon doesn't have any. It's a nice little setup as soon as you get high enough level. You definitely would want to come here a lot often when you're just leveling up a new character. If indeed you do have the Vanguard Armory in your little arsenal. As for the Vanguard weapons, you get Vanguard marks by doing bounties. Not bounties. You get Vanguard marks by doing strikes, and I actually do want to say some bounties do give it to you, but don't quote me on that. I am not entirely sure, but I do know doing the doing strikes and the Vanguard playlist actually help. Now, real quick, if you are wearing a regular, how do you say, a little regular bond or whatever your class armor is, then you will get Vanguard marks for whatever Vanguard missions you are doing. If you're wearing the Queen's Guard, you're going to get Queen Reputation. I don't know if it'll give me Queen Reputation now that the event is over or not. But yeah, that's what that will give you. If you are wearing any of the faction class armors, when you do Vanguard missions or the Crucible, you will get reputation for that faction. Good example, if I'm wearing New Monarchy band, I'm going to get reputation for New Monarchy. As of right now, I have all three factions to rank 3. I'm not sure if I'm going to rank it up any higher. I actually randomly started doing the Vanguard, not even trying to, and it got to rank 7. I actually stopped after rank 5 because I thought if you kept going, you'd get more. Not entirely sure if that is true or not, but I'm just keeping it at rank 7 for now. These weapons, if I'm correct, will not change from the Vanguard weapons. However, I guess your abilities at the bottom might change. I am not entirely sure. I haven't tested that out. And if I'm correct, I do not have my shadow price on me. I'm correct. So I wouldn't be able to let you know if that is true or not. So you got, I think, 2 of every weapon except for the special and heavy. And they all have different stats. It's a shadow price, Dr. Nope. I have actually found Dr. Nope to be very inconvenient. I do not like the high rate of fire with the impact, which is very contradictory to me saying that I don't like Atheon's Epilogue, because Atheon's Epilogue is a freaking beast. Like, somehow, some way, I love Atheon's Epilogue. I guess you could say it's because of the stability, and the longer it's fired, the better it is. But as you can see, Dr. Nope has okay stability, and I don't know. I just don't like Dr. Nope. I'm not really a pulse rifle fan. However, I do have 2 of them, exotics though. So apparently the bad juju and the thorn's supposed to get buffed. I'm not sure whether that's going to happen or when that's going to happen. But as you can see, I already have both of them at the highest attack. I grinded. I'm not going to lie. I grinded gameplay and also bounties to get them as high as possible. It took a very long time. We'll get into that later on. Next, the scout rifles. I do like scout rifles. However, I do not like these scout rifles. These scout rifles have a very low rate of fire compared to the impact. And granted, I understand, fire slower, but it hits harder. However, it's in PvE it's okay, but in PvP, if you're not fast, then you're pretty much gonna die, and that's just a given. Almost all of PvP is fast-paced. Whether you're, believe it or not, even as a sniper, it's fast-paced. Yeah, because you never know when you actually kill somebody and someone's just going to come looking for you. So, moving on from there. Got the Devil You Know hand cannon. Light Beware. The Comedian. I can't even say that. Epitaph. The Swarm. And Unfriendly Giant. Now, down here are your rare sparrows. They all look different. This is what the first one looks like. It's kind of weird because this shows it as a blue one, and it's obviously not blue. The next one is a white one, and obviously you can tell it's obviously not white. And the last one is an orange one, and what do you know? It's orange. Kind of like the one in the picture, but not directly. But these sparrows go faster than the common sparrows. Obviously, they have 100 durability. You can use the left and L1 and R1 to quickly move lateral. There's no weapons on these, and I don't think Destiny's ever gonna. Well, I don't think Bungie's ever gonna put weapons on sparrows, just for the simple fact of, would you get off a sparrow if it had guns on it? I know I wouldn't. But that's why they put weapons in PvP and some. Oh, I'm sorry, not weapons. That's why they put vehicles in PvP and PvE that do have weapons on it. But all of them are literally enemy weapons, or I'm sorry, enemy vehicles. At the very bottom is your material exchange. This is where you go in to exchange your materials, i.e. material, 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 material. Once you get 50 of these, you can exchange it, and you will get Vanguard marks for it. However, if you exchange these with one of the faction bonds on, I'm almost completely correct that you will get Crucible marks instead. And like I said, all you need is 50. There's 4 different ones. I'm not sure if this material exchange shows up when you are talking to Xur. Some people told me it's actually came up for them. I still have not come up. It still has not come up for me yet. And that's the Vanguard Quartermaster. Go over the next one's couple real fast. Directly behind you is the Dead Orbit area. Here you get all Dead Orbit items. As you can tell, I'm rank 3 in Dead Orbit. These are all the emblems for Dead Orbit. These are all the weapons for Dead Orbit. And Dead Orbit specializes in discipline and strength for stats. So those are the two main ones that you need. And you're not doing the raid yet, I suggest you come here and get the discipline and strength that's needed.
Time's running out, Carter.
Different armor will show up for different classes. So yeah. Next up, you know what? There's stairs. Next up is the shipwright. This is where you go to buy new vehicles for Glimmer. And obviously new ships. I'm just going to go through these real quick. This is literally all the shipwright does. Shell speeders and ships. I have yet to see a rare ship here. However, you can find oh, sorry about that. You can find I guess you can call it blueprints for ships, and bring it to the shipwright and actually turn them in to get a ship. I want to say 9 times out of 10, if you get a rare ship blueprint, it'll be a rare ship. It'll look something like this. So this is one that I got from Blueprint along with this one. Now I'm not too fond of these because they don't really look too cool to me. Just saying. Yeah, I'm not really too fond of the way they look. You know. Believe it or not, like I really like common ones that look a lot better. That looks a lot cooler than the 2 rare ones I just showed you. Along with this, you know, I like cool looking ships. I'm pretty sure everyone does. Why Bungie made ugly looking ships, you know, with the highest rarity, no idea. But I think they definitely need to rethink their thought process on that. People want cool things, you know. Cool things come with better rarities. I must say even this one, you know, looks cooler than this plain looking thing, you know. But that's them. Not gonna badmouth them because, you know, they're obviously in charge for a reason, and I'm not. So this is a shipwright. We are gonna go downstairs real quick. Now downstairs is like a little lounge area. Xur, Agent of the Nine, has been down here before. Oh, it's a little drippy drip drip. Yeah, it's just like a little lounge area. There's really nothing, you know, special here. You can't buy anything down here. Where I'm standing was at one point an area where Xur, Agent of the Nine, actually appeared. I'll show you who he is in a second. As soon as we get to the other side of the tower. We're going to keep going upstairs real quick, and instead of going anywhere else, we're going to take left, and we're going to go upstairs. This is the Future War Cult area. And this is the Future War Cult person. As you see again, rank 3 in Future War Cults. There's just like Dead Orbit. These are all the emblems for Future War Cults. These are all the weapons for Future War Cults. And Future War Cult specializes in intellect and discipline. More discipline than intellect. So if you're one of those guys who likes throwing grenades out a lot, this is probably where you want to go. At least to buy gear. Now you can always change the color of this gear with shaders. So you don't have to get, you know, the same shader that it looks like on these things. I actually don't like the color of them naturally. I think they just look weird. Or at least they should allow you to change the colors on them through the shaders. This is a Future War Code bands. So, that is the Future War Code vendor.
Back to the war.
Can I? Nope. Next on this wonderful journey, and I'm gonna do the rest of this real fast because this, believe it or not, this video is already close to like a half hour. I've only went to one side. We are gonna come down here. I'm sorry. Let me show you exactly where we're going. I'm gonna come down here. And down here, you will find the Crucible Handler and a Crucible Quartermaster. Real quick, recapping on the whole Crucible thing. I'm not even Crucible 1. I don't play Crucible a lot. You'll get a lot of Crucible gear here. The Crucible gear is really, how do you say, it's, the stats like vary. There's nothing specific for the stats for the Crucible. I'm not going to lie. I think this is a very awesome looking helmet. Don't have it though. This one I'm not too fond of. So this is just for gear from the Crucible. This side, if I'm correct, is the weapons. Oops. So I'm gonna just go through the weapons real quick. That way you can see them. If you need to pause the video to actually read real quick, by all means, go ahead. But I'm just gonna get through this faster so you guys can see the rest of the stuff that's in the video. Not gonna lie, I like the way this one looks. And as I stated before, you turn in materials. Here, it'll give you nothing but Vanguard marks.
Yeah.
Down here is your class vendors. Ikora, Katie, I think that's how you say it, and Commander Zavala. Ikora does the Warlocks, and she gives Warlock armor, and then when you're starting, and then Vanguard armor. And just like the Crucible Quartermaster, these armors vary on what you're actually doing. For at least for what you want for your stats. Bonds or class items don't give you any type of stats, so those are just really like, I guess you could say, just to customize your character, just to make them look cool. Cosmetics, I guess. Like I said, rank 4 with the Warlock Vanguard. Now, even though I am a Warlock, I can still go and buy stuff from the Hunter vendor. However, I can only buy these. I can't buy any of the Vanguard for the Hunter because I am not a Vanguard. I am not a Warlock. I'm sorry, I'm not a Hunter. If I said Hunter, if I said Warlock vendor and it came to this guy, I apologize. But this is the Hunter vendor. So these are the beginning things to buy for a Hunter. Like I said, I am not a Hunter, so I can't buy Hunter Vanguard armor.
Stay alert out there.
Step forward.
And this is the Titan. Same concept as the Hunter. Not a hunter or a Titan, so I cannot buy Vanguard armor for those classes.
Stand firm, Guardian.
This is another room Xur's been in. He's been over here, and his very first appearance was right here. He's been here twice, I think, in this area right here. Xur, Agent of the Nine, does not spawn in the same place twice within the same 2 weeks. Possibly even 3 weeks. But I know within the same first two weeks, he will not spawn in the same place. Now, before we go inside the Tower North, just going to take a look real quick. Little area. Come up here. Birds. Now, apparently there is a way to get on top of that tarp and get into that tree. As you can see, this says activate fan. That giant fan right down there is what this activates. I'm sorry. In order to get over there, you would have to jump on this, jump over here, and I always mess this part up. Yep, see, messed it up.
Notice, it is the duty of all Guardians to engage hostile threats against the light.
Yeah, there's some crazy way to get up there, get on the top box, and then jump across onto the pole I'm directly looking at, that I'm underneath, and then you pretty much just like get in between, shimmy your way all the way down there, and then jump when you get to the end. That'll get you onto the tarp. And then in order to get into the tree, you need to jump from the tarp into the tree. Precise jump, otherwise you're going to fall all the way down. Now, before we get to Tower North, this wonderful area up here, I want to say is strictly for events. Do not quote me on that. However, this area was only open when events were around. The Iron Banner was in the right corner over there, and the Queen's Wrath was all the way in the back. Whenever the next events come, I'll go into there with another video and show you guys that little area. Now on to the Tower North. Hello, Mike. So, directly to your right in the Tower North is the Guardian Outfit.
Welcome, please.
Guardian Outfitter pretty much holds emblems and shaders. I think you're only allowed to equip a shader once you hit level 20. And yes, I'm correct because it says level 20 on the shaders. However, the emblems do not have a level specification for you to actually go into. Now, her stock refreshes, I want to say 24 hours. However, one thing that does not refresh is the shaders that she has. Or at least this is what I've constantly seen every single time I came down to her. It's actually kind of frustrating because, you think she should have, more variety. But she doesn't.
Okay.
So, next we are going to go to the left, which is the New Monarchy.
Let's get started.
And as stated before, I am rank 3 New Monarchy. You can buy emblems from them. You can buy weapons from them. Again, I'm sorry. if you need to pause the video to actually read, be my guest. And then you can also buy gear. And New Monarchy specializes in intellect and strength for stats.
Confirmed.
Guardian, protect us.
Down here is just like a little lounge for New Monarchy. You, I guess, can sit down by the fire.
There is still so much more ground to cover.
That wonderful guy talking is the speaker.
You've returned.
This is the speaker. He sells class items along with emblems. As of right now, there is little rumors that say that the emblems have hidden abilities. I'll do a separate video on that. And I'm not gonna lie, some of them is known to be true. I know because I can vouch for it. Any of the blessing emblems are ones that actually do extra stuff. Like I said, I'll get into it another time in another video. That way you guys can know which ones you would want to buy. Now also, when you actually buy them, they are 7 motes of light versus the class bonds that are 25. Now, I do not know if the class items actually do anything extra. There hasn't been any talk about that. There's only been talk about the emblems. In order to get these items, you need to get what they have called motes of light. You get motes of light from getting your experience all the way up. As you can see at the very bottom, it says progress to next mote of light. That just keeps going, and then it'll, as soon as it hits the very end, it'll give you a mote of light. It'll only give you 1. I've never seen it give you 2. From blue engrams, if I'm correct, you'll get motes of light, or rare engrams, sorry. This is what a mote of light looks like. But you won't always get them from blue engrams. It's a random drop, so I guess you need to grind it out and continue to try to get them. There's no guaranteed way to get motes of light except for leveling up your experience, pretty much. And you can only do that once you've reached level 20.
Protect us all, Guardian.
And this room is just a giant ball, and if
Where was this?
not sure if there was a way to control that.
Do not stop. You must return.
No way to control it, but I guess walking through it activates it.
No.
Or it possibly could just activate on its own.
She is powerful, but not invincible. Stay away, it is a dead zone.
And as you can see, everything's turning.
I fear so little remains.
And it actually speeds up the process. Oh, it's pretty cool. I've never been inside of it, but... And the very last thing. My good old buddy, Xur, Agent of the Nine.
Secrets, but you would not understand them.
Very well.
It is my will to
Xur, Agent of the Nine, is the exotic vendor. He appears once a week and stays here until Sunday morning. He appears Friday. He appears on Friday. I'm on the East Coast, so I think he either comes around 6 o'clock in the morning or 4. One of the two. Different time zones. He comes in different places. Well, different time zones, same place. Depending on whatever time zone he actually appears in your area. I want to say he appears in everybody's area at the same time, though. So, I'm not too sure about that. So, as you can tell, he sells exotic gear. And again, if you want to pause the video, be my guest. I've already did a video on Xur for this week. So, if you want, you can check that out. Yeah. Every week, these will change. Not all of them will change. Some of them repeat themselves. And the one I'm actually waiting for, which I just remember the name, thanks to Datto, was the Skull of Dire Akamara. It is a Warlock helmet, and it's damn well good, as he would like to say. But yeah, so shouts out to Datto from Datto Does Destiny. But yeah, if you guys looking to get exotics, this is where to get them. Strange coin, 13 strange coins will get you an exotic armor. As for the exotic weapons, they change. The different numbers for strange coins. Some of them are 23. I've seen them at 25, and I've seen them also at 17. So it all depends on what weapon actually is available that week. But no matter what, an exotic engram from Xur will be Motes of Light. I think it's only 23 Motes of Light. However, when you use your Motes of Light for exotic helmets or any type of exotic engram, you are taking a chance. When you take that chance, make sure you know what you're doing. Only because if you don't need the Motes of Light, go ahead, take the chance. You know, you got plenty of them, and you know, you're not worried about it, take the chance, you know. But if you need your Motes of Light and you just plan on buying stuff on the speaker, then I guess save them. But again, you are taking a chance with buying an exotic helmet, an exotic engram from Xur, because it's not class specific. So you could be a Titan and you can get a Warlock helmet, in this case, for the helmet engram. Or you could be a hunter and you can get a Titan helm. So, like I said, it's taking a chance when you're doing that.
This is but one end.
Traveler entering.
So, that concludes this video of the tower for now. Once other parts of the tower are opened, I will do videos on those specific areas only, because I don't think you need to see everything all over again, except for how to get to those areas. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think about the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. This is Reckless, and I'm out.